Klay's thoughts. What are your thoughts about seeing the specialness of this day and the fact that you guys have been in a trio for over the last decade?
Oh man, it's an incredible feeling, blessing to play with two guys like that for 12 years. The success we've had is great. The downs we've had is great. You know, they bring us closer and we stick together through those. The journey has been incredible. Very thankful to our organization for making this happen. I think, you know, most people get their flowers when they die. Like, in our case, it wouldn't be dying, but you get your flowers after you're done. You know, and for the organization to honor us and make it a point. Like, we didn't have to have a game today, you know, and just to make it a point to get it done. Very appreciative. You know, it's a great night, great moment, but a lot more work to be done.
And Steph was saying that you guys feel like, you know, obviously you've done a lot over these last 12 years, but you feel like, you know, you want to prove to people that you can still do some things. How important that you, and what does it mean that you guys have had two really horrible losses and came back to win the next game? The one last night and 2 nights ago, and then the OKC loss where you guys came back and won.
I think, we got a resilient group. You know, things aren't going to always be perfect, but I think, you know, the true test is, can you bounce back? And, you know, for us to bounce back the way we did, I think it was great, and says a lot about this team. Even missing Chris and Wiggs and GP, it's a lot, you know, and to still get it done the way we did. The bench stepped up as they have all year, you know. So I think this is a resilient group that, you know, we'll continue to find our way.
Klay put up 10 points in 90 seconds in the fourth quarter there. What was it like to watch that?
It was beautiful to watch, and it all started with Jonathan Kuminga giving him a handoff in the corner. JK could have shot it, could have drove it, and he went uphill DHO and got Klay going. And I told him in that timeout, you just got him 10 points off that one move. And no one will celebrate you for it. No one will acknowledge you for it, but I will. You just got him going. And that is incredible. That is growth on JK's part. Obviously, we all know what Klay's capable of, and he's starting to play a lot better over the course of these last 5 games. But for JK to get him going like that, that was special. And like I said, it shows the growth in JK's game.
Steve highlighted a play where Kajewski blew up one of the Clippers plays at the end. What do you notice about what he's able to do, sort of in terms of little things, not just scoring?
He's a gamer. He's a competitor, and he's smart. And you know, he is a student of the game. He asks a million questions, whether it's the CP, whether it's me or coach. He's always asking questions. He'll come just sit next to you and listen. And you know, it shows up when he plays. But you know, BP is one of those guys that we knew right away coming into not even training camp. We knew right away when we did the mini camp, like, yo, this kid can play. Like, he's going to shock a lot of people because, you know, if you look at our roster, I'm certain the expectation was that he'd spend a bunch of time in Santa Cruz. And you saw him play once, and you're like, oh, man, this kid play. Then you see him play again, you're like, and I actually told my friends, I said, yo, I know everybody's thinking BP's going to spend a bunch of time in Santa Cruz. Watch him end up being a part of the rotation. And it's unfortunate that we got guys out, but when you do have guys out, that's your opportunity to step up. And every time his number's been called, he stepped up. And so it's good to see him having the success he's had and having. It's great for us, great for him, and he'll continue to grow because he loves 8 rebounds. Like, I couldn't even get 8 rebounds tonight. Like that, he's all over the place. He reads the game. He's solid, doesn't make mistakes. And that shows in him blowing up a play. That's a rookie. Rookies don't blow up plays. I mean, rookies fuck up plays. And he doesn't.
Dray, speak about, you know, being with that group for 12 years, looking at the Clippers and the 4 guys that they have together now that James is on that team. what were your thoughts when those guys got together and after playing them? What do you feel like stands out about that group compared to some of the other top-heavy teams that you've seen and played it with and against?
Oh, well, I think it's, it's obviously an experiment. Anytime you make a move like bringing in a James Harden to a team like that, you're experimenting. Ultimately thinking that it's going to be great. And, they're very early into their experiment. They're still figuring out rotations. Russell played 26 minutes tonight. I saw the other day he played 18, and so they're still figuring everything out. They're figuring out what system they'll run with that group. And, I think overall they're good, a really good team. But, it's as someone who's played on a team like that, with a bunch of superstars, all-stars, it takes time for it to come together. And so I'm not really one to sit and judge them on how they look right now, what they're doing great, what they're doing not so great, because the reality is something that they're doing great right now could actually be in a way. Like, you just don't know. You could look up 2 weeks from now and what you thought they were doing great, it just totally goes away because they found this. And so I think still got to give it more time for them to figure out, work out the kinks, and also learn how to play together. That matters in this league. Continuity matters. And so, like I said before, you look at it on paper and it's beautiful to have all those guys who we know what they're capable of doing. But I also know that it does take time for it to come together and figure it out. And they've been playing better as of late.
There's a lot of talk from you guys early in the season, just the improved chemistry, the improved feel around the team. You were 6-2, but that's obviously usually tested, through losing streaks, injuries, all that. What's kind of just your updated take on, where this team, from a chemistry standpoint, is at, at 9 and 10, going through a lot of stuff?
I think, we still have the same belief we had before, which is this team can win a championship. We've shown flashes of being that group, and at times we haven't. But this is a different team, and you have to build, just as I said about the Clippers, you have to build consistency and continuity. And we're still in that phase as well. But this is a team that we all believe in. We know what we think this team is capable of, and we know what it takes to win a championship. And we think we have all those pieces and the things that it takes to win a championship. Not ideal to be 9 and 10. Fortunately enough, see if I got good math. Got 63 games left. Is that right? Perfect.
Yes. What do you, Gary's out probably a while. Who knows with Wiggins and Chris. What do you need from Kuminga from a defensive standpoint?
We need him to just compete on the defensive end. His physical attributes can be overbearing on the defensive end as it is. You add the effort and the want to play defense and turns into a monster. He was incredible tonight on both ends of the floor. And so I don't just view it as defensively. We need his offense as well. JK brings something to this team that no one else brings. With his slashing, his athletic ability in the paint, ability to finish in the paint, and when he's knocking shots down the way he knocked shots down tonight, is a bonus. But he was really special on both ends of the court tonight, and a huge reason why we won this game. Plus 13, second highest plus minus on this team. And it showed, you could see it as the game was going on. He was brilliant.
Did you see the graphic behind you?
Yeah, that's dope.
Right.
For the first time ever, somebody got me smiling.